Brian Mckeon, partner at the JMB FLP. Today we'll be reviewing the following CNBC shows: Fast Money, Mad Money, and Options Action for October 16, 2009. Now again, I'd like to remind you this is merely a review of the following shows: Fast Money, Mad Money, and Options Action, and only looks at the upside plays in these shows, not the underlying options used in these calls. And ETFs may be used in place of indexes and commodities. Now what we merely do here is get an average analyst ranking through these free websites. And again, I'd like to remind you that all analyst recommendations are as of October 16, 2009. Now looking at the show Fast Money, you can see that Steve Grasso this day had Apple and WFT come in the buy camp with ratings of 4.0 out of 5 stars, or a moderate buy. You can also see the holdings that he picked to move higher on that day. They come in at a hold and a sell. Now Pete Nigerian, he put J&J and WFT, which both come in as moderate buys. You can also see the plays that he chose to move to the upside that came in as a hold, and the ones that he chose to move to the upside that come in as a sell at this time. As for Tim Seymour, he had General Electric and Schlumberger come in as moderate buys, and then you can also see what he chose to come in to the upside that rank a hold and a sell. As for Joe Terranova, he had Chevron, 3M, Apple, and Schlumberger all come in as moderate buys. And as his plays move to the upside, you can also see his holds and his sells. Then there were also some special guests on the show. There was Mckeon, of the plays that he chose to move to the upside. Apple was the only one to make it into the buy camp. There is also a special guest appearance of Tavis Mckeon. He also chose Apple to move to the upside. Now on to the show, Mad Money with Jim Cramer. Now of all of Jim's plays to move to the upside on that night show, he had Nice, Apple, Celgene, and FLIR were all his picks that make it into the buy camp. Now also, of all of Jim Cramer's plays that he chose to move to the upside on that night show, these are the ones that make it into the hold camp. And also, here's all the ones that rate a sell using the system of 5 websites. Now for the show Options Action, they had no upside plays for that night's show. So, in review, the moderate buys are CVX, Johnson & Johnson, 3M, Nice, Apple, Celgene, FLIR, General Electric, Schlumberger, and WFT, which all come in as moderate buys. You can also see there are no strong buys at this time. And again, I'd like to remind you, all analyst recommendations are as of October 16, 2009. And I am not a licensed investment advisor, and the investments I am showing you today are what I'm doing for my friends and family's accounts. And I am not affiliated with CNBC or any of its affiliates, or any of the websites used to determine these rankings. And I currently own shares of Apple, Chevron, Agriculture, Emerging Markets, General Electric, Goldman Sachs, S&P 500, and Wells Fargo. Hello, I'm Brian Mckeon, creator of The Predatory Lender. Now, if the previous was a little too boring for you, try joining the Predatory Lending team as they go on their intergalactic adventures trying to hunt down the next great investment opportunity for you.